Throughout my project, I've carried out a lot of audience feedback tasks to get different opinions on the products I've made. I tried to make sure I got a variety of different people to ensure I had a wide spread of comments and views. It helped me find out what things I'd done correct and also what I could improve to make my work even better. The target audience for my video is females aged 13 to 25. However, I also expect there to be interest amongst older generations, as the album is very old-fashioned and represents the 50s very well. This is shown through the props in the video, such as costumes, and also the microphone and setting, as they are all the key features to representing a time period and making the video look realistic to fit with the theme. The vintage old theme is very popular in the indie genre at the moment, thus it appeals to the younger demographic too, as it's common amongst the genre and similar artists. During the project, I collected feedback for all different tasks from my target audience, as they will know best what looks good and what else they would be looking for in an artist's work. I did this by showing them my project and filming their responses and getting them to write notes on my digipack and magazine advert. I also used Twitter to make my video noticeable to the target audience. I got numerous different responses from the video, with mainly positive feedback from the females in comparison to the males who thought it was quite feminine. I also posted it on Facebook and asked my friends to give me feedback on my products, as they're the typical people I've aimed my video at, so they will give me the best feedback and it will be honest. It's crucial that I get constructive criticism back from people to make sure the products are completely finished and for me to be satisfied that they are suitable for the target audience. I used audience feedback from my research tasks to help me very early on make a decision on what I wanted my products to look like and what theme to go for. I had feedback on my mood board in the form of a questionnaire to make sure I was going down the correct route for my music video and that the theme would be appealing to the audience. Also, to see what the audience wanted to see in the market and what there could possibly be a gap for in the genre that I could fill. This is where I got the idea of having a female artist, as the majority voted for this in the questionnaire. I also got inspiration from this to create a vintage and retro video, as a target audience felt this was coming into fashion and would be popular amongst people at that age. When I then went to research into costumes, it was much easier as I knew what sort of era I was looking for and created a post showing my research into this. I ended up going with a long formal gown, as the target audience said they wanted to see something that was unusual and stood out, yet it's still elegant, thus fitting in with the female demographic. For each of my drafts, I got numerous people to feed back to me and tell me what I could have improved on ready for my final products. I did this by showing them products and letting them annotate it where they thought necessary, highlighting the positives and negatives for each one. From this feedback, I found major flaws in my work. For example, the magazine was hard to read and would have been better in portrait rather than landscape to make the information clearer. If I hadn't been told this through my feedback, I wouldn't have known and would have left it as normal. Therefore, I've learned that my audience feedback is helping me to improve my product and help me gain more marks in my work. Overall, gathering audience feedback for various tasks turned out to be useful and vital in the process of making successful products. It helped me to realise what I needed to change in order to match my products as close as possible to the brief and to the specific genre of indie rock that I chose. I think my idea and concept is very unique, and audience feedback has helped me build on it, so I now have a good final piece.